Aloha. Today's episode is brought to you by the Western Extension Risk Management Education Center, USDA NIFA, and the University of Hawaii College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources, and the Livestock Extension Group.
Aloha, welcome to the Livestock Wala'au, a podcast aimed to provide educational support, information, guidance, and outreach to our livestock stakeholders in Hawaii. We are your hosts, Mele Oshiro and
Shannon Sand.
And today we're going to discuss some upcoming and past activities and also ask for your help.
Yep.
In this little mini podcast.
Yeah. So are there any current updates for UH Mele?
No.
At this point in time when we're recording that, we have to say
no new
that
updates right at this time. But so I think the most important thing is if you're going to come to the office or an extension office or research station or whatnot, just call ahead before you come. Even to the campuses, there's usually some type of additional check-in or whatnot, so just call ahead if you want to come in. And if you don't and you just show up, not a big deal. Just know that you might have to have a little check-in process. That's all. Yeah.
So, all right. So we're going to keep asking this for the next probably few episodes, but we are looking for feedback for our Feedback Fest, where we talk about basically what y'all are interested in and things like that. And to do that, we have a survey linked in the description box or the notes of this podcast. And we would really appreciate y'all filling it out. It is confidential, so we don't know who you are. We won't know like your information, but we do really want to get some feedback on this podcast so we know if we're on the right track or like kind of where we need to go with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's totally anonymous. So be honest. Let us know if it's good, if it's bad. If you want to hear special topics or even suggestions for guests that you feel would be very important and share some good information for other livestock producers across the state, definitely put that information in there. And we appreciate you taking the time to fill out that and give us that information and let your voice be heard.
Yes. So, and then we're going to also talk a little bit about what happened last month. So, and this last month we had the Livestock Producers Pauhana. You want to kind of talk about what that is, Mele, a little bit?
Yeah. If you're not too familiar with the Livestock Producers Pauhana, it's hosted by our Livestock Extension Group and Hawaii Cattlemen's, and it's both done by Mark Thorne, who's our state range livestock and pasture specialist, and the managing director Nicole Galassi with Hawaii Cattlemen's Council. And we put on, alongside with the committee that does all this, myself, Shannon Sand, and Kyle Kairis, put on this Livestock Producers Pauhana. Kind of started back when COVID hit. It was a way for us to share the programs and information that was available to producers and livestock folks out there that was coming down the pipeline for funding or assistance in all those types of things. And just a way for our producers to kind of connect to each other during the time when we couldn't connect or be in person with each other. So we went and did it virtually. It was initially once a month, or maybe even twice a month.
I think it was every other week.
For
the first probably 6 months to a year when we were in lockdown, because again, like Mele said, things were rapidly changing all the time, as y'all remember.
And programs were rapidly coming out and supports, so we really wanted to be able to have a platform where we could share the information and then also have the other legislative folks that are on there to hear the problems that are coming out of the community from the livestock producers. So that was kind of what it is. So now we've kind of stepped back a little bit. It's only held quarterly, but we have a little bit different format where we have a few different guest speakers that has a specific topic for each different Pauhana, and then we do open it up for open forum in the second half of it. So it is an opportunity for you to come and just voice things that are going on, if it's only with your own production or your own ranch or farm or whatnot, and get connected to other producers, even if you want to just sit and listen and see who else is on there.
And it's open to all livestock producers. So we've had people that are aquaculture. We've had people that are poultry producers come on and talk, a small rumen, goat, sheep, things like that. So it's
all livestock producers. Yeah,
all livestock producers, because it's a lot of times it also includes an update section where we talk about different programs that are coming down the pipeline, because we do get to, we're very lucky in that we've had very consistent turnout from some of the different help me with words here, but basically
the legislators and
committees,
committees, legislative, exactly. And those, you know, those representatives of those legislative committees and groups are really important for you to be able to kind of voice the concerns, because they're the ones that are going to hear it and really can kind of make the change and put forth those types of things. So you know, we're not saying that it's going to change and that, you know, we have the solution for all the problems that may be out there, but is this a good place for you to, you know, hear about the programs that are available? FSA always comes on to do a update on the different programs that they have available and funding and all that kinds of stuff. So that's another good one that comes on there to share information. So it's a pauhana, you know, think of it as that, you know, and you went out and you had an opportunity to talk with other folks in the community. And this just kind of opens that across all our communities across all the islands. So yeah, so
and it does take place like after 5. I think it starts at 5 or 5:30. I forget. So, and it goes till 6:30. So if you if you don't get off of work till a little later, that's fine. You can hop on like 5:30, 6, but you can, you know, that way you can catch up. And also that way you get the link to what people discussed or what was talked about afterwards, so that if you do miss some of it, you can go back, or you can always email Mark Thorne. He's really good about getting out additional information.
You can even email us if you need to find out information about that. It's also shared on our Livestock Extension Group Facebook page and the Livestock Wala'au page. So the links are always on there whenever registration is open for it. We just had our last one this past week. So we won't have another one until, I believe, in June. Is going to be our next one, May or June. So keep an eye out. We'll definitely share the information when it comes available. And, you know, even for that, if you have ideas of something that's going on and somebody you want to come on and speak, you know, send those suggestions to us. We can forward it on to our chair for the committee. So what else, Shannon? What else do we have coming up for this month?
So this month, we're going to be talking about the U.S. livestock market updates and potentially what that could mean for Hawaii producers. Kind of a little discussion about that more than anything else, like a real Walaʻau then. So, and then we've got, I have to say, when I went through and figured out the livestock related days for March, there were, I think, actually more than but there is a lot in March. So like get your calendars marked, but there were a lot of days for March. So
wow. Yeah. So the first day of March 1st is National Pig Day. So for all our swine or pork producers out there.
March 3rd is National Cold Cuts Day. I like a good ham sandwich. I don't know about anyone else. That's what I consider a cold cut. So
and March 7th is National Crown of Roast Pork Day.
So full disclosure, I had to look up some of these, but it's really pretty. Like it kind of reminds me of like a really pretty, really pretty.
Rack a lamb kind of thing.
Rack a lamb. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, what it's like. Yeah.
It's a very pretty dish.
Very pretty.
So March 9th, National Meatball Day.
Yeah. And then March 12th is National Baked Scallops Day. And we recently had the aquaculture specialist for UH on here. Shout out to that episode. It was great.
Thank you, Kai, for coming on.
Yeah.
And where are we? March 17th, National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. That was like a staple in our house growing up, I swear. Corned beef and cabbage. I love it. And of course, it's because it's St. Patty's Day that day.
March 22nd is actually a really big day. It's just the National Agriculture Day. So it's a day to recognize anyone in agriculture, whatever your industry is. And it's very important. I think it's the whole week that's celebrated, if I recall correctly. I know the 22nd is actually like National Ag Day. So it's a big day. Woo!
Yay. And March 24th, National Cheesesteak Day. Yum.
March 25th is National Lobster Newburg Day. I had to look that one up because I was like, I don't know what lobster Newburg is either, but it looks delicious. I will say that.
And March 30th, National Turkey Neck Soup Day.
Yep. Again, I had to Google some things after we made this.
National Livestock Days in March. And, I got to say, there's another important day in March for us is March 16. It's my son's birthday. And he's been reminding us for the past month that he's going to be 8. So I have to say that on here. But yes. So
I love that he reminds you. That reminds me. I remember when I was that age, I was like, I'm pretty sure I probably did the same thing.
I know.
Not that it was hard because my brother and I had the same birthday, but yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Well, my younger brother. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for listening today. Make sure to join our Facebook page, the Livestock Extension Group, if you haven't already. And I do believe we have an Instagram now, which we are attempting to be active on. And is there any other social media that we've got going on that I don't recall?
Just our Facebook and our Instagram page. Yeah. And we have a Facebook for Livestock Wala'au as well. So yes. So you can find us on there. We'll share all these episodes on there. And our links are, of course, always going to be in the description box. So for any additional information that you want to know about this or other topics or comments, you can also send us an email at wala'au@hawaii.edu. Thanks for listening to the Livestock Wala'au Mini.
Aloha.